I was sitting in a cafe in Bali, 5-star reviews, ocean view, living that laptop dream lifestyle. My son was sitting across from me, pushing scrambled eggs around his plate with his fork. And he said something that fucking broke me. "Daddy," he said, "why are you always so angry?" That question ripped me apart because I wasn't angry at him, I was drowning. Drowning in client demands, team problems, cash flow, stress, drowning in the gap between the life that I'd promised my family and the man I'd become, trying to deliver it. My 5-year-old just happened to be the only one brave enough out of everybody I knew in my network to call me out on my bullshit. Look, my name is Jay Adams, and if you're a father running a service-based business, making somewhere between 5 and 30K a month, living in what I call the success trap, where you've built something that's slowly fucking killing you, then the next 15 minutes might just save your fucking life. Not your business life, your actual life. Because what I'm about to share isn't another scale your agency pitch from some fucking YouTube kid. This is the real cost of half-built success. The price your body, mind, and family are paying while you figure out the shit all alone. And guys, I know because I paid that debt too. 3 years ago, I was that guy who I'm speaking about right now. Service-based business, 28K months that still felt like 2K months because my systems were chaos. Living the digital nomad dream, dragging my son around Southeast Asia and the whole world while I worked 14-hour days, 5 feet away from the swimming pool where he was by himself. I called it freedom, but in reality, it was just a different kind of prison. Almost every night I'd lay awake asking myself, how the fuck am I making this much money but still feel like I'm falling apart in every area that actually matters? The answer was simple, but it took me a while, and I eventually hit rock bottom to see it. I'd built a business that served everybody except me. One that demanded everything and actually just gave me enough to keep me hooked on the potential that I'd get my shit together. My calendar was a war zone. My inbox was a hostage situation. My health was a ticking time bomb, and the hard part was my son. He was just collateral damage in daddy's hustle. Let me tell you about one of my clients, James. James came to me making 8K a month in his design agency. James was working 70 hours a week, missing his kids' bedtimes and hating every single Monday. He wasn't lazy, he wasn't stupid, he was just caught in the cycle. Same one that you're probably stuck in. Solving problems instead of building systems, saying yes to everything out of fear, and putting his own health and family at the bottom of his priority list. In 90 days, me and James were able to rebuild his entire business model, focus on fewer, higher leverage clients, created delivery systems that reduced his workload by at least 40%, designed a morning routine that gave him control of his day instead of reacting to everybody else's emergencies. And we set boundaries around his work hours. No more weekend emails, check-in messages, no more dinner time Slack. We hired and trained his first 2 team members to handle the tasks that were stealing his energy. And today, James runs a 30K a month agency with 4 team members. He's present with his kids, and he's actually training to join this Ironman competition that everyone's speaking about these days. He's building a business that serves his life and not the other way around like before. However, the real win is James recently texted me with this, something that his daughter actually said to him, and it was, "Daddy, I like that you're not tired and upset anymore." Now that's what it's all about. That morning in Bali wasn't the first time my son Jamie had tried to reach me, but it was the first time I actually heard him. That day I looked into his eyes and saw it. It wasn't asking why I was angry. I could feel it was asking if I still loved him, if he still mattered, and everything inside of me literally broke. I closed the laptop, like literally closed it mid-email, and I took my son to the beach. It was time to fucking react. The entire walk there, my hands were fucking shaking. Not from excitement, from fucking withdrawal. From the terror of stepping away from the business for 3 hours without checking Slack. That's when I realized I don't own a business, my business owns me. On top of that, it was costing me the one thing that I could never get back, and that was watching my son grow up. Here's what nobody tells you about building a successful service business as a father. Success without the structure is just failure with a better view. You think the problem is that you need more clients, more money, more team members, but I'm fucking telling you right now, the real problem is that you're building on quicksand. When you build with no systems, no boundaries, no clarity on what actually matters, you're working twice as hard as necessary, making half of what you're actually worth. And most importantly, you're showing up as quarter of the father and man your kids deserve. And the worst part is, you know it, and you feel it every fucking day. And don't bullshit me if you're watching this. That tension in your chest when you tell your kid, yes, son, just 5 minutes more for the third time in a row, that knot in your stomach when you realize you haven't been in the gym for 2 weeks and you know you should have. That voice in your head at 2 o'clock in the morning asking, how long can you keep living like this? I've fucking lived through every single one of those. Now let me ask you something. What if the answer isn't working harder? What if it's not another sales funnel or hiring another VA or watching another YouTube masterclass on scaling to 7 fucking figures? What if you actually just need a complete fucking reset? A structured, supported, no bullshit container to rebuild yourself and your business from the ground up. Not as separate challenges, but as one integrated system. Because here's what I discovered after that horrible day in Bali. When I started treating my time like it was actually worth something, when I built systems instead of just solving problems, when I designed my business around my life instead of sacrificing my life for my business, everything changed. Revenue went up, not down. Client quality improved. Team performance doubled. But listen, the real win, my son stopped being surprised when I showed up. This is why I've created the Ultimate Reset. This isn't a course. Let me make that clear. It's not some group coaching program where you're fighting for attention with 50 other guys. It's a 127-day private mentorship for fathers in business who are done living at 50%, done with the chaos, done with the guilt, done with building something that takes more than it gives. For 127 days, you and I will go to war together against every broken system, every toxic habit, every bullshit story that keeps you trapped in this cycle. I built this around what I call my reset method. R is for routine. So we're going to design your high performance lifestyle from the ground up. Movement, sleep, nutrition, energy management, not as self-care, but as the foundation that every single thing we build is built on. E is for environment. We ruthlessly curate the people, spaces, and inputs that either drain your fuel or give you fuel. Your home setup, your digital environment, your relationships, all of it gets laid out and audited and rebuilt. Now, S is systems. We create business systems that serve your life, not suffocate it. So that could be sales, delivery, client management, team structure. And we simplify it, document it, and actually use what fucking works. E is for energy. We're going to identify and eliminate the silent drains that are stealing your power, from guilt loops around parenting to financial stress, to the stories that you keep telling yourself about what's actually possible. And then finally, T is the target. We align to 4 meaningful, powerful 30-day seasons that pull you forward instead of grinding you down. So you're probably wondering what this looks like when we actually do the work together. For 127 days, you and I in the trenches. No bullshit, no hiding. Every morning you wake up knowing you've got direct access to me, not some customer service rep, not one of my team members, not some fancy VA, me. In our private Slack channel, Monday through Saturday, 8 till 8, I'm gonna hold you accountable. When you hit a wall with a client situation at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, I'm there. When you need feedback on your new service offer before Friday, I'm there. When you're about to break and go back to some of your old patterns and habits at 7:30 on a Saturday night, I'm fucking there. Twice a month, we get on an accountability call. This isn't just some cookie cutter coaching session with generic advice. This is surgery. We cut into the exact problems, bleeding you dry right now, and then we fix them with a real game plan. Real solutions for your real business. Every week you show up to our group execution call. Think of it like walking into a room of men who refuse to let you fail, who hold the standard that you've set for yourself and when you're too tired to hold your shit together. There's no hiding here, no excuses, just clarity, accountability, and more importantly, forward motion. At the end of each month, we pause and assess, not just with your business metrics, your life metrics too. Are you sleeping correctly? Are you present with your kids? Are you leading or are you just surviving? We collaborate, adjust, and then we attack the next 30 days with renewed, accountable focus. Between calls, I'm going to be reviewing your work, your systems, your copy and your offers, your team structure and accountability, sending voice notes and looms with the exact adjustments that you need to get ahead. No waiting weeks for feedback while opportunities die on the vine. Besides all of that, you're going to get immediate access to my entire arsenal that I've used to build multiple six-figure businesses, the same tools, templates, and systems I've built working with paying clients, paying me 15K plus for them, the same AI systems and GBTs I've custom built that save me over 20 hours every single week. This isn't about adding more to your plate. It's about cutting away everything that's killing you and then rebuilding with intention. The shift starts immediately. Day one, we don't fuck around with theory. We go straight to the root of your problems. That calendar control in your life, we burn it to the ground and we rebuild it from zero. Not based on what everyone else needs from you, but built around your energy, your priorities, your non-negotiables. We perform a complete life audit, get brutally fucking honest with where you are really at with your health, your relationships, and your business. No sugarcoating, no ego protection, just the wholesome truth. We lock in your physical routine, not some complicated fitness program that you're going to abandon in a week. A simple, consistent practice that fuels your body and mind for battle. Because let's be real, mental clarity starts in the mind and body. We install your daily Slack rhythm, a structure that keeps you focused and accountable where motivation fades and old habits start creeping back in. And of course, we deliver your first win, something tangible, immediate, because confidence doesn't come from theory. It comes from seeing some shit actually change. By day 7, you'll have your first 30-day battle plan, clear targets, clear actions, and clear outcomes. This isn't about information. It's about fucking execution, because information without action is just another way to hide. Now, you might be thinking,
Jay, I've tried programs like this before. Why is this different?
it's different because I'm not selling you bigger business. I'm helping you build a better life. Most business coaches focus on tactics without fixing the man behind the business. They'll teach you sales scripts while ignoring that you're sleeping for 4 hours a night. They'll push you to scale while your marriage is on the ropes. They'll celebrate revenue growth while your kids are growing up without you. But what good is a 7-figure business if you're a 0 in areas that actually fucking matter? Now, you could be thinking,
Jay, I don't have time for another program.
you don't have time not to fix this. The chaos is not going away on its own. How many more years are you willing to live in this hole?
But Jay, I can figure it out by myself.
Yeah, you probably could. But let me ask you, how long have you been saying that to yourself? 6 months, 12 months, 2 years? How much time have you already wasted trying to solve this alone?
Okay, Jay, well, I could use the money and put it back into my business.
Now, I definitely hear that, and this is investing into your business. What's the ROI on burning out? On missing your fucking kid's childhood or running a business that literally is breaking you? The men who join this program see their investment back within 60 days, not just in revenue, but in time, energy, and life quality that no dollar amount can measure. Every day that you stay stuck in this cycle, it costs you. And I'm not talking about money. It costs you precious moments with your kids that you'll never get back. I've been through it. That's why I'm here speaking to you. It costs you mental bandwidth that could be creating real value in your business. It costs you physical health that no doctor can fully restore once it's gone. But yeah, it also does cost you money too. The average father in these situations are leaving 5 to 10K a month on the table every single month through inefficient systems, underchanging and saying yes to the wrong clients out of scarcity. That's up to 120K a year gone. Just because you're too busy putting out fires to build something that actually works and is worth your time. Then there's the hidden costs that don't show up on your P&L, the therapy you'll need later when your kid hits teenage years and doesn't know who the fuck you are, the medical bills when your body finally forces you to rest by breaking down, the cost of rebuilding a marriage that became a business partnership when you lose half. Every day you push through telling yourself, I'll fix this when things calm down, is another day deeper in debt, emotionally, physically, and mentally. And look, mate, that bill always comes due. Always. I built the ultimate reset for a specific man. He's not at zero. He's built something real, a service business generating at least 5K a month, often much more. He's competent, driven, good at what he does, but he's caught in the cycle, solving problems instead of building systems, reacting instead of leading, working harder when he should be working differently. He's the man who feels that constant tension between business growth and being a father he swore he'd be. He lies awake at night with the voice in his head asking, is this really what success feels like? And he doesn't need more information. He needs structure, support, a battle plan, and someone who's been through it to guide him to the very end. Most importantly though, he's ready to own his shit. Stop blaming clients, the market, his partner, or the kids, schedules, or whatever else he's using to justify staying stuck. He's done with excuses, done with half measures, done with figuring it all out by himself while his life passes by. That's who I built this for. If that's you, what I'm about to show you will change everything. If it's not, then there's no hard feelings, but what I'm sharing won't make sense to you anyway. Let me finish by keeping it real with you. I built this program because I fucking needed it. Because I nearly lost everything that mattered chasing everything that didn't. I've been broke. I've been burned out. I've been the dad checking emails and messages at his kids' birthday parties. And I've also been the dad that rebuilt multiple times. I've turned breakdowns into breakthroughs and rock bottom into runway. This isn't just business strategy, it's life designed for men carrying the weight of everyone who's dependent on them. If you're ready to stop coasting and start leading in your business, your health, and your home, then the ultimate reset is built for you. All you got to do is click the button below to book a call. It's absolutely free. We'll talk about your specific situation, and if it's a fit and I can actually help, we'll get you started immediately. If it's not a fit, no stress. I'll tell you straight up, no bullshit. I can't fucking help. But brother, if you're still watching right now, you already know the truth. Something has to change. Not next quarter, not when things calm down, not when you hit some magic fucking revenue number. Now. Because your kids aren't waiting for you to figure this out. They're growing up today, right now, while you're watching this video. The question is, who will you be when you close this screen? The same man running the same chaos, or the dad who finally said enough and did something about it? The choice is totally yours. The time is now. I'll see some of you inside the program. Let's go.